Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to convert rectangular equations into polar equations. Don't forget to like, comment, and share to other people. Let's get started. I have 10 solid questions here. But before then, I think it is important to know the difference between polar and rectangular equations. In rectangular equations, you can only see x, y, or both, right? Something like you may see an equation like x plus y equal to maybe 1. This is a rectangular equation. You may see x equal to 2y, something like this. You may see x equal to 4. All this that contains y or x, they are said to be rectangular equations. But in polar equations, you can only see theta, r, or both. You may see theta equal to pi over 4, which is a straight line. You may see r equal to 4. You may see r equal to theta. You may see r plus theta equal to maybe 1. You may see an equation like r equal to cos theta, or maybe a constant, r equal to 2 cos theta. You may see r equal to 3 sine theta. You may see sine theta plus cos theta equal to 4. All of these are polar equations because they only contain theta, r, or both. In rectangular equations, you can only see y or x or both. So let's get started. And also, you need to know the relationship between them. Remember, r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Therefore, if you have x squared plus y squared in rectangular, you can confidently change it to r squared, which is in polar. So you see one relationship. Or if it is just r, you see, you can change it to the square root of x plus y squared. Something like this. Then if it is theta, we know it is the same thing as what? Tan inverse of y divided by x. All this relationship, you should know them, which again, if you have x, you know it is the same thing as r cos theta. If it is y, you know it is the same thing as r sine theta. Do we have any other thing? Well, let's get started with the first question here. All right, the first question, which is question number 1, we are given that x is equal to 2. This is a rectangular equation. We would like to convert it into polar equation. In a rectangle, we have x. If you want to change x to a variable in terms of polar, you can see the relationship here. X is the same thing as r cos theta. So therefore, instead of this, you can write it as r cos theta, and this is equal to 2. This is now a polar equation, but if you like, you can write it in terms of r by dividing both sides by cos theta. So r is equal to 2 divided by cos theta, but this is not necessary. This is the same thing as this. And from this, you can reconvert it back to this. This is question number 1. Then question number 2, we are given that y is equal to negative 3. We know that y is the same thing as r sine theta. So we have r sine theta here equal to negative 3. If you like, you divide both sides by sine theta. Therefore, r is equal to negative 3 divided by sine theta. And this is what? Your polar equation. Then question number 3. We have x squared plus y squared equal to 16. But we know that x squared plus y squared is equivalent to r squared. So we can change this to r squared, right? So we have r squared is equal to 16, which means that r is equal to 4. You see, we have a polar equation, r equal to 4, which is a cycle. Then number 4, remember r can be a radius. So this is why I didn't apply or attach plus or minus. So we have another equation here which states that y is equal to x. Y equal to x, which means that if y equal to x, this must be equal to that. So we have r sine theta equal to r cos theta. This is a polar equation, but if you like, you can simplify it further. I think we can divide both sides by this, so that if you divide the whole of this by this, r will cancel r, and you know that sine theta divided by cos theta will give us what? Tangent theta. And tangent theta equal to what? 1, because you divided both sides by the whole of this. So the whole of this divided by itself will give us 1. This divided by this will give us this. And tangent of which angle is 1? Pi over 4, right? So you can take tangent of both sides, tangent inverse of both sides, so that you have theta equal to tan inverse of this will be pi divided by 4. This is what? A polar equation. Let's move on to the next one. We have number 5, where we have x squared minus y squared equal to 4. You have to be very careful because x squared minus y squared is not the same thing as x squared plus y squared. But we know that x is what? R cos theta. But because of this power of 2, we can square that. We can write it as what? R squared cos square theta, the minus r squared sine square theta equal to 4. Then you can factor out r squared, right? So you have r squared, inside you have cos square theta minus sine square theta, and everything equal to 4. Divide both sides by this. So you have r squared equal to 4 divided by cosine square theta minus sine square theta. Take square root of both sides. But remember, this is r, right? So r, I want to keep it positive. It will be square root of 4 is 2. Divide by the square root of cosine square theta minus sine square theta. Our polar equation is this, instead of the rectangular equation. Let us move on to question number 6. Question number 6, we have y equal to 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1. Y is what? R sine theta. So we have r sine theta here equal to 2 multiplied by r cos theta. Then what? Plus 1. I think to factor out r, I can bring this one backward. So we have r sine theta minus 2r cos theta still equal to 1. So we have r in common. So we have r outside. Inside we have sine theta minus 2 cos theta equal to 1. Then we can divide both sides by this. Therefore, r is equal to 1 divided by sine theta minus 2 cos theta. This is our polar equation. Let's move on to question number 7. So question number 7, we have x squared plus y squared equal to 2y. Already, we know that this is the same thing as r squared, right? So this is r squared equal to 2 multiplied by y. Y is what? R sine theta. R sine theta. Well, I think we can divide both sides by r, right? Because we have an r here. So dividing this r squared by r, you have r. This is equal to 2 sine theta. Simple. Question number 8 is similar to this one. We have x squared plus y squared equal to 4x. This is r squared. X is what? R cos theta. Divide both sides by r, you have r equal to 4 cos theta. Let's move on to question number 9, which is second to the last question. Question number 9, we have x squared plus y squared is equal to 5x minus 3y. Wherever we have x, we're going to replace it with r cos theta and y with r sin theta. So the whole of this will be what? R squared equal to 5 multiplied by r cos theta minus 3 multiplied by r sin theta. Divide every single term by r. We have r here. This r and this r will go. We have 5 cos theta here minus 3 sin theta. And hence, this is said to be a polar equation. Then the last equation here, we are given that x minus 2 whole squared plus y squared is equal to 9. We would like to convert this into a polar equation. First of all, I would like to expand this. First term squared will give us x squared. Then 2 times this will give us negative 4x. Then this squared is 4. Then we have y squared equal to 9. This and this together, okay, let me bring them together. We have x squared plus y squared minus 4x. Take this 4 to the other side. It becomes negative. 9 minus 4 is 5. So we know that this is r squared, right? According to that relationship. Minus 4 times x. X is r cos theta. And this is equal to 5. Is there anything we can do to this equation? I don't think so. You can leave it like this. This is our polar equation. And this is all about conversion of rectangular equations to polar equations. Stay tuned for the conversion of polar equation to rectangular equations. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye-bye.